The cold, mysterious waters of the Black Sea have become the stage for a dramatic and unexpected escalation in the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict. Once a quiet expanse, these waves now conceal the latest front in a war that has already transformed the region and captured the world's attention. In this contested region, where borders are constantly tested and military might is on display, a new chapter is being written, not with traditional firepower, but with cutting-edge technology and daring tactics. On December 15, 2025, Ukraine claimed a stunning victory, not with tanks or jets, but with a new generation of unmanned naval weaponry. These underwater drones, silent and nearly invisible, slipped past Russian defenses to strike at the heart of their naval power. The Security Service of Ukraine, or SBU, announced it had struck a Russian submarine docked at the heavily fortified Novorossiysk naval base, a location previously thought to be impenetrable. This marks a turning point, showcasing Ukraine's rapid technological innovation and its ability to challenge Russia's long-standing naval dominance. Ukrainian engineers and military strategists have worked tirelessly to develop these advanced systems, turning the tide in their favor. The use of underwater drones to target a submarine was once unthinkable for a nation with a small navy, but Ukraine's determination and ingenuity have made the impossible possible. This operation required months of planning, coordination, and technical expertise. Ukraine's bold move sends a clear message, not only to Russia but to the world. No Russian asset is truly safe, no matter how well guarded or remote. The psychological and strategic impact of this operation is profound, forcing Russia to urgently rethink its Black Sea defenses and adapt to a new era of warfare where technology can tip the balance overnight. As the world reacts to this audacious strike, the future of naval warfare and the conflict itself has been fundamentally altered. The Black Sea, once a symbol of Russian strength, now stands as a testament to Ukraine's resilience and the unpredictable nature of modern conflict. At the heart of this daring operation is Ukraine's Sub-Sea Baby, a remarkable feat of modern engineering and a symbol of the country's growing technological prowess in naval warfare. This advanced underwater drone is designed to operate stealthily beneath the waves, evading detection while carrying out high-risk missions deep inside enemy waters. The SBU, Ukraine's security service, released dramatic video footage capturing a powerful explosion near a Russian submarine docked at Novorossiysk. This port, once considered a safe haven for the Black Sea Fleet, was rocked by the sudden attack, sending shockwaves through Russian military circles. After enduring repeated Ukrainian attacks on Sevastopol, Russia had relocated its most prized warships and submarines to Novorossiysk, believing the port was beyond the reach of Ukrainian forces and their innovative weapons. But this strike shattered that illusion of safety, proving that Ukraine's reach now extends deep into Russian-held territory, and that nowhere is truly secure from these new underwater threats. The Sub-Sea Baby was piloted remotely by skilled Ukrainian operators, who expertly navigated the drone through layers of harbour defences, mines, and surveillance to deliver a crippling blow to the Russian fleet. While independent verification of the full extent of the damage is still pending, the attack has forced Russia to confront the vulnerability of its most valuable naval assets and to rethink its defensive strategies in the Black Sea. Novorossiysk, once a quiet support hub far from the front lines, has now become a focal point in a new era of naval warfare. One defined by stealth, technology, and the constant threat of surprise attacks from beneath the surface. The illusion of safety for the Black Sea Fleet is gone, replaced by a new reality where every port, no matter how fortified, is within reach of Ukraine's innovative underwater arsenal. In the aftermath, Kyiv and Moscow offered starkly different accounts. Ukraine's SBU claimed a decisive victory, releasing video evidence and declaring the Russian submarine out of action. This narrative boosts morale at home and among allies, while sowing doubt within Russian ranks. Russia, meanwhile, insisted its defenses thwarted the attack and that no damage was done. Moscow's version projects strengthen control, aiming to deny Ukraine any propaganda win. With no independent verification, the truth remains obscured by the fog of war. Both sides have a vested interest in shaping the story, leaving the world to weigh competing claims. The information war is as fierce as the battle at sea. The target was a Kilo-class submarine, a stealthy diesel-electric vessel known as the Black Hole for its quietness. These submarines can launch caliber cruise missiles, striking deep into Ukraine from hidden positions. Their stealth and firepower make them a cornerstone of Russia's Black Sea fleet. Damaging or losing one would be a major blow to Russia's long-range strike capabilities. Ukraine's ability to target such a vessel inside a defended port highlights a dramatic shift in naval warfare. Even the most advanced submarines are now vulnerable to new, asymmetric threats. The loss of a Kilo-class submarine is a costly setback for Russia, especially under international sanctions. The SBU estimates a replacement could cost up to $500 million, if it's even possible. Sanctions have crippled Russia's access to high-tech components, making repairs or new builds slow and expensive. Each submarine is a strategic asset. Losing one reduces Russia's ability to strike Ukraine and project power in the region. The Black Sea Fleet's resources are already stretched thin by Ukrainian attacks. Every loss is now more permanent, with sanctions making replacements nearly impossible. This attack forces Russia to divert resources to defense, further straining its military. Economic and kinetic warfare are now deeply intertwined in the Black Sea. The Black Sea conflict is redefining naval warfare through the use of drones, introducing a new era where technology and innovation are at the forefront of military strategy. What was once a domain dominated by massive warships and traditional fleets is now being transformed by small, agile, and remotely operated machines. Ukraine's deployment of unmanned sea and underwater drones has forced Russia's powerful fleet into a defensive posture, fundamentally challenging the long-standing assumptions of naval power. These drones, operating both above and below the surface, have made it nearly impossible for Russian ships to move freely or feel secure, even in their own waters. The subsea baby's remarkable success marks a leap from surface to underwater drone warfare, bypassing conventional defenses and rendering many traditional countermeasures obsolete. This new breed of underwater drone can slip past barriers and strike where least expected, forcing navies to rethink their entire approach to maritime security. No port is truly safe anymore. Russian commanders must now defend against threats that can come from above the waves or silently from the depths below. The psychological impact of this constant invisible threat is reshaping how naval bases are protected and how missions are planned. Drones are cheap, numerous, and highly effective, making large, expensive warships increasingly vulnerable to swarms of small attackers. The cost-benefit equation of naval warfare is being upended, as a single drone can threaten or even disable a vessel worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Ukraine has achieved sea denial without possessing a large navy, using creativity and technological innovation to hold Russia's fleet at constant risk. This asymmetric approach has allowed Ukraine to punch far above its weight, rewriting the rules of engagement in the Black Sea. The world's navies are watching closely as the Black Sea becomes a proving ground for the future of maritime conflict. Military strategists and analysts everywhere are studying these developments, knowing that what happens here could shape naval doctrine for decades to come. The paradigm of naval warfare is shifting before our eyes, as the balance of power moves from massive fleets to innovative unmanned technology that is changing the face of conflict at sea. This bold Ukrainian strike came as diplomats met in Berlin to discuss peace and security guarantees. By hitting a high-value target during talks, Ukraine signals it won't negotiate from weakness. The attack strengthens Kyiv's leverage, showing it can defend itself and keep pressure on Russia. It also underscores the need for robust security guarantees in any future peace deal. Ukraine's actions shape the diplomatic agenda, pushing for demilitarization and stronger commitments from allies. The military and diplomatic tracks are intertwined. Battlefield success directly influences negotiations. Ukraine is determined to secure a just peace on its own terms. The submarine strike could reshape peace talks, emboldening Ukraine and its allies while provoking Russia. Kyiv may push for greater concessions, believing military pressure is working. Moscow, however, could respond with escalation, making compromise harder. The attack tests the unity and risk tolerance of Ukraine supporters, some of whom may fear further escalation. Ultimately, the impact depends on how both sides interpret the event, either as a reason to negotiate or to double down. For Ukraine, it's proof of strength. For Russia, a challenge to its resolve. The explosion's echoes will reverberate through every diplomatic discussion. The claimed Ukrainian strike on a Russian Kilo-class submarine is more than a battlefield victory. It's a statement of innovation and resolve, rewriting the rules of naval warfare. Russia faces the reality that its prized assets are vulnerable, while sanctions make recovery difficult. For Ukraine, it's a morale boost and proof that international support is making a difference. The strike complicates peace talks, reminding all parties that military realities shape diplomacy. As the world awaits confirmation, the operation stands as a pivotal moment in the conflict. Ukraine has shown it will innovate, adapt, and resist, above and below the waves.